So we're out here in the bean field now. We thought we'd take a look at how these are doing. We've got two different varieties, and we're actually kind of standing on the border of the two of them. There's a flag marking where we started with the other variety, that fancy flag. I got to get some better flags. We'll get that marked a little bit more permanently. Probably not putting up a monument, but maybe a taller flag that's going to last a little longer. So I don't know.
What the heck did you do here, Jeff? I thought you said there's two different varieties here. I mean, to me it looks like there's rows going this way and rows going this way and another row going this way. I'm trying to figure out what you got going on here.
There's a very good explanation for that. So this field, you know, you can see the fence line over there goes nice and straight. When it gets up to these trees, it curves in a little bit. So I do my outside rounds, you know, following the contour of the field, but I don't like to be crooked, so I straighten it out. So that's what you're seeing here is where I shot straight because I want it to be perfectly north and south. I like to plant north and south as much as I possibly can. I like the sunlight. It doesn't make such a big difference on soybeans because you got that broadleaf plant, but I like the sunlight to come down the rows, not across the rows, throwing shadows on the next row all the time. So like I said, it doesn't matter when you've got a big leaf like this. It's a bigger deal in corn, which we're at planting. Wheat, you get a little bit of advantage too. So that's my reasoning for planting north and south. It's not my reasoning for straightening out the field. It's just I like straight lines. I'm a big fan. So, and you'll also notice they look super thick right here. So on this round, we broke a drive chain. And I got down there maybe 100 yards or so. I figured it out. It was broke. One side wasn't turning. So I had to come back after we fixed the chain. I didn't know exactly where it broke, so I just started at this again. So there's a few, I don't know, 100 or 200 yards here where part of it's going to be double planted, but
Triple planted.
Triple planted maybe. So we are going to, so just visually looking here, you can see these plants are probably, I don't know how much you can tell on camera, but we can see standing here, they're a little bit taller, and I would say they're a little bit darker, darker green than the other variety that we've got over here. We're not going to talk about varieties until we start getting paid from these people, but we're just going to tell you they're two different varieties. May or may not go into what varieties they are another day. So we are going to, I know it's early, but we just want to look at the root structure a little bit, see what kind of differences we might see there. So we're going to get a shovel, we're going to pop a couple out of the ground and just take a look at them. So next time you see us, that's what we're going to be doing. So
let's remind you though that we have completely opposite soil types on this field. This end here is beach sand, and that end down over there is
heavy clay.
Really heavy clay.
Yep.
So
we'll be back in a second. And we're back. That was quick. So we dug up two of each variety because the prices are so good. That's all we could afford to dig up. But you do see a big difference. You can see, you probably can't pick this up on the camera, but it is a little darker green for sure. And these roots aren't bad. They don't look bad by any means. But when you compare it to these, there's a huge difference. This has got a lot more, you know, lateral roots coming out of it. It's also deeper. If I put them up here side by side, a much healthier looking root system. You can really see this one here is kind of really taken off. So again, we're 2 weeks into the growing season. And there's a long ways to go. We're gonna have to see what comes into the combine, but I would say our first look, we can definitely see that there's a difference between the two varieties. So,
and they were planted at the same time, or the same day, not
same
exactly
day.
the same time.
Right. These were planted first. These were planted, you know, one hopper full later. So.
And the soil is the same.
Yeah, we're in the same soil. We're in the poorer part of the field as far as soil. The pH is a little bit low in this area, and you know it's a much sandier soil. So if we went down into the heavier part of the field, I'm assuming we'd see a similar variation. We may do that. We might do that yet too, just to see if there's any difference that way too. So anyway, that's what we got for now, and we're going to keep watching this throughout the year. Thanks a lot. We're back. And we're back again. So we're down in the sorry, security's in the way.
Jazz, come here. Good girl.
We're down in the heavier end of the field. We wanted to see the comparison down here. And here's two. We're going to call these two, these are the older variety that we've had for a long time. We're going to call this variety 1, and we're going to call this one over here variety 2. So again, looking at one of the old ones, you know, I wouldn't necessarily complain about this until you see this one. Then I would complain a little bit. You've just got a lot more going on over here. It's, you know, the depth isn't really that much different, but really all the lateral roots coming off there, definitely a lot more root mass here. That's going to help it take up more nutrients better. It's going to help it get water better. It's just not going to have to work quite as hard as these are. These will get better. But so I think the comparison from, you know, the poorer quality soil to the better quality soil is,
You can really see the color difference in them there too.
when you get them side by side like that, it's a little easier to tell. I mean, this is just gonna, it's just gonna capture more sunlight. You're gonna get more photosynthesis. How do you say
Photosynthesis.
Yeah, see, nobody can say that word. It's going to help a little bit with that. Not that, and like I said, these aren't disappointing by any means, but they are disappointing when you put them side by side. And I don't know if you can tell on the camera or not, but this is actually a giant gold nugget. I don't know if you can pick up all those sparkles. I don't know what kind of rock it is, but it's a cool one.
It's an Indian sex stone.
Oh!
Oh my.
So,
Otherwise known as a
so anyway, we thought we'd give you that look at things, and we'll go from there. Thanks a lot. Hit that thumbs up button.